the preview for the New Zealand versus South Africa game tomorrow. Super looking forward to it. I think it's a midday game, so it's going to be quite nice to watch it midday here in South Africa. But yeah, what I'm going to try to do is I'm just going to try to go through the teams and then chat about the caps and then the way I see the game going. Look, I've been reading a lot of pundits out there, and they've been talking about who's going to win, who's not going to win, and there's a lot of information out there. So I'm just going to go with my heart and pick the team that I think is going to win for the day. It's quite. I'm being attacked by a sheep. Look here in the background. My wife's got a jersey there. So I live in a house where my wife and my mother-in-law both have All Blacks jerseys, and they're big All Black supporters. So I'm outnumbered big time, but I'm still going to back my side. Here we go.
I don't have an All Black jersey.
Well, we'll have to get you one. But I got two big All Black supporters. Let's put it that way. And so I'm looking forward to tomorrow's game. And may the best team win. That's all I can say.
It's the All Blacks.
Oh, sheepers. Here we go. May the best team win on the day. That being the Springboks, obviously. Here we go. So it could go either way. It's a real clash of styles. It's a real clash of everything. I think we've been talking about it for so long, about this new attack that the All Blacks are going to bring to get rid of line speed. And I think this is the game they're going to pull the trigger. And yeah, let's see what happens. I'm not 100% sure if they're going to show it all, but I think they're going to show enough for us to realize what their plan is to beat line speed, because they've been changing their shape for the last 8 games. They really have been changing their shape and their attack lines. And if you watch the 10-14 guys, they were talking about them changing their shape to a 1-2-3-2 system, which is quite nice, because obviously then they end up with the ruck in the middle of the field, and then they can play both their playmakers on either side. So yeah, I think it's really, really interesting. There's been a lot of war words between Hansen and Russie. So yeah, I think we've all been waiting for it. Let's just get it over and done with. Let's get it played, and support your team 100%. And look, if the All Blacks beat the Springboks, then hey, rip into me in the comments, and rip into all the South African supporters. But if the same token, I think it's going to be, if the Springboks win, then I'm sure that the Springbok supporters are going to rip into the All Black supporters. That's this game. And so yeah, I've really enjoyed the opening day of the World Cup. But let me just go through the sides quickly. So if you look here, I've just got the forwards here. So on the All Black side, we've got Joe Moody, Dane Coles, Nepo Lulala, Samuel Whitelock, Scott Barrett, Ardie Savea, Sam Cane, and Kieran Reid as captain. On the Springbok side, we've got Stephen Kitsoff, Malcolm Marx, Frans Malherbe, Eben Etzebeth, Franco Mostert, Sia Kolisi, Peter Steph du Toit, and Dwayne Vermeulen. Look, I can't really see much differences between these two sides. I really don't. Both sets of forwards, I think, are world class. They're world class players across the entire pack there. I think the All Black pack is 488 caps to 352. So I still think that's fairly even, especially considering that there's 2 Centurions in the All Blacks pack. So yeah, I've put on 2 matchups that I think are going to be quite crucial in this game. I think Malcolm Marx against Dane Coles. I don't think we've seen the best of Malcolm Marx this year. I think he's also been holding something back. And Dane Coles is just an exceptional player. I just hope that he can keep a little in his temper, because he has been known to do some really stupid things at the wrong time. But I'm sure he's dealt with it. My other big matchup is going to be Peter Steph du Toit against Ardie Savea. I think that's going to be the real matchup. The one thing I can say is, looks like the All Blacks have gone a real mobile pack, 2 open sides. Like Kieran Reid was saying, it's been seldom that he's been the biggest in the back 3. But yeah, I don't think there's a big drop-off from Brodie Retallick. But yeah, looking at the Springbok side, I think we've got a fairly balanced back three. We don't have a traditional fetcher in that role, but obviously we've got Malcolm Marks and Dwayne Vermeulen that fill in that fetcher kind of role. But yeah, I see the battle won up front. I see even the Joe Moody's world class. I'm not 100% sure about the tight head side on Nepo Lelala, especially going up against Kitshoff. I think Kitshoff is a real beast of a player. So yeah, I'm expecting great things, especially with rains tomorrow. I think it's going to be tight. It's going to be dirty. Two open sides. I think there's going to be a lot of contesting at the breakdown, trying to get the turnover ball as quick and then be on the counter attack from the All Blacks to try counter the line speed from the box. Okay, I'm going to go through to the backs. Here we got the backs here. So on the All Black side, we've got Aaron Smith, Richie Mo'unga, George Bridge, Ryan Crotty, Anton Leonard-Brown, Siva Reese, and Beauden Barrett. On the Springbok side, we've got Faf de Klerk, Andre Pollard, Makazola and Pimpi, Damien de Allende, Lukanya Arm, Cheslin Colby, and Willie Leroux. It looks like the All Blacks are obviously continuing with their 10-15 split between Richie Mo'unga and Beauden Barrett. I think they've been playing it for quite a while now. I haven't seen it being triggered properly, but I'm sure tomorrow we're going to see it. We're going to see why they've gone this way, and see how the All Blacks have got rid of this line speed, because I do think South Africans have probably one of the best press defence. They do come outside in, their wings really come in really fast. So we're going to see this move that the All Blacks have been planning for a while. It's been rumoured that it's happened, but I think we're going to see it tomorrow. Their weapon against line speed. If any team can do it, I'm sure the All Blacks will they've figured out a way to get through line speed, and if any team can do it, they're the team that will get it right. Big matchups in the back line. I've got Faf de Klerk against Aaron Smith. I think that's going to be a titanic battle. They're both world class. They literally are both world class. They're both the best in their game. For me, I think Faf de Klerk I think he's a little bit more special because he offers a little bit more. But I'm talking like 0.5%, compared to Aaron Smith. The other big battle that I see is Siva Reese going up against Cheslin Colby. I think it's actually quite strange because I was looking at all the outside backs. I would never have thought that the Springbok outside backs would have more caps than the All Blacks outside backs. But they're really gone with George Bridge and Siva Reese, really players on form from Super Rugby. So I'm super excited. I think the midfield is going to be crucial in this game. Ryan Crotty with Anton Leonard-Brown going up against Damien de Allende and Lukanya Arm. I think this is where this game is going to be won, is in the midfield, because there's some really special players all around the park, forwards, wingers, halfbacks, and so I think it's going to come down to what happens in the centre pairing. We're going to look at the bench. And this is the first time I've ever seen it, that a South African bench has more caps than the All Blacks bench. So we've got on the All Black side, we've got Ben Smith, Sonny Bill Williams, TJ Perenara, Shannon Frizzell, Patrick Tuipulotu, Angus Ta'ava, Ofa Tungafasi, Cody Taylor. And on the Springbok side, we've got Jesse Creel, Francois Steyn, Herschel Yankees, Francois Lowe, Achia Snyman, Trevor Nyankani, Tenda Matai-Arira, and Mbongi Umbanambi. So I think both world-class finishers. Big matchups that my players to watch. I don't think there's a real big matchup. There's Achia Snyman coming on in about the 60 minutes. I'm sure when the game's open, he's going to really be key. And the other one for me is Sonny Bill Williams, also for exactly the same reason. When the game opens up, I just see Sonny Bill really getting over the gain line, getting those offloads going. The one thing that I can see, even though I think Cody Taylor is world class, I'm not 100% sure about the other two props for the All Blacks. I think they're still quite young. Trevor Nyankani is in sublime form, and Beast is the Centurion. I think the front row in the second half is going to be under a little bit of pressure. But yeah, I think that's just the nature of the game. I think the All Blacks have gone with a lot of mobility, a lot of speed. They've gone with a lot of props with a good hand, good skills. So I think there's going to be a lot happening in the midfield with the props and the forwards. That's why they've gone for it. South Africa, I think, are going to stick with what they're good at. You know, they're going to stick with their forwards, get forward dominance. I've been watching a lot of clips, and I can see them coming around the corner really fast at that speed, and that's the way that they're going to be attacking. I see the breakdown being quite crucial to this game, especially for turnovers, because I think the Boks over the last couple of years have learned to be a little bit better at attacking from turnovers. But yeah, I still complete clash of styles. We've got the best attacking side in the world, and for me, probably the best defensive side in the world. South Africa kick for territory. We rely on our defence. All Blacks great at poaching ball, great at punishing players at mistakes. You know, I was watching a show where they were talking about the economy of playing, and like the All Blacks get into the 22, 30 seconds later, score, move on. And whereas other teams can do 30, 40 phases before they even get close to the try line. And I think that's what makes the All Blacks so dangerous, is when they get an opportunity, they score. And it's up to the South Africans to stop that, because both teams are going to get opportunities tomorrow, and it's just who converts those opportunities into points. But yeah, let's go through to, I'm just going to compare. So we've got the starting caps, 542 to 756. Total caps, 919 to 1,061. That's not a real big difference between the two. I've had to do it, guys. I've said the Springboks to win by 1 point. I've got to go with my side. I'm sure that you guys, please put down your predictions down below. You know, the last time I've been a little bit concerned. The last time I felt this good about going into an All Blacks game, we lost 57-0. So, yeah, I'm hoping that I'm not deja vu and I have the same result again. It would really destroy me. But yeah, I'm looking at probably one of or two of the two informed teams at the moment. My other informed team being England, Ireland, and Wales. But yeah, I think this is going to be probably the game of the weekend, and it's probably the hardest game for these two teams until the quarters. But yeah, guys, please put your comments down below what you think the Titanic battle is going to be. Please put down what you think the score is going to be, because that's ultimately what's important. Like I said, I've said the Springboks by 1 because I've got to go with my boys. But listen, guys, I hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful weekend of rugby. So glad the World Cup is here. Less than 20 hours to go before the game. So yeah, super excited. Listen, guys, chat soon. Cheers. Bye.
I'm getting a phone.